So I'd like to welcome in now immigration attorney Saman Nasseri. Saman, thank you so much for your time. From your perspective, what is now happening to U.S. citizens at the border when they try to re-enter after leaving the country, and how has that changed from what was done in the past?
So from what I'm seeing on my side, I'm seeing more residents that are getting detained and questioned coming back into the United States. I personally have not heard from U.S. citizens who are getting detained or having issues, but there have been issues of U.S. citizens getting detained if they're traveling with someone who's on a visa or someone who's a resident, or they may have people living with them in the United States that are undocumented. So right now, there is just a more extreme vetting process. Where you're seeing incidents where if a U.S. citizen is married to someone who's undocumented, they're living in that household, that can cause concern for DHS and Border Patrol now. So they're looking at everything now.
Okay, so you're saying it's happening more to residents. Is this happening to all residents trying to re-enter? Kind of what is the determining factor?
So they're looking to see if there's anything in the system that raises any flags. Tons of travel history, if there's any criminal history, family ties to the United States, how often they're going abroad, what countries they're going to. We're starting to see a rise in the vetting process with residents coming in who are in and out of the country so much where Border Patrol has to stop and count how much time they're spending outside the country to make sure they're maintaining their ties to the United States and whether or not they're still admissible if they're trying to relinquish their residency status.
So, what is your advice to residents or even potentially citizens who are traveling abroad upon their return?
If you're a clean record, if everything is fine, you don't have any issues. You shouldn't have any issues. If you are traveling abroad and there is a chance that you're going to be out of the country for more than 6 months as a resident, make sure you file for that permit to come back into the United States. If you have some sort of criminal history, get checked, speak to an attorney in your area and discuss what the options are. Make sure you're what's considered admissible back into the United States, because even if it's a gray area right now, they're going to detain you and let DHS figure out that gray area. So the best advice I can give is just know that they can go through your phone, they can go through your emails, they can look at everything and see what you have going on. So just use caution.
And so you say they can go through your phone, they can go through your emails. Do people have any recourse there? What is your advice when it comes to that? Because I've heard of some people saying they're just deleting out apps, they're clearing out all of their text messages. Would you advise that?
You can if you want. I mean, it's the U.S. government. You have to assume they always know more than you think they know. But to be fair, checking texts and emails and WhatsApp messages, ICE and the border have done that for years. That is not something new. There's been cases for years where they check people to see if they're working illegally in the United States or if they're coming in under false pretenses. Maybe they're coming in on a visa, but they're actually coming here to get married and stay. They just didn't want to go through the longer routes. So that has been happening for some time. Just right now, it's being heightened and it's under a microscope because it's happening so much more often.
And in the intro to this, we talked about, these high profile cases of detentions, uh, particularly when it comes to these university and college students. What more can you tell us?
I mean, when you apply for a visa, you're here on a discretionary basis. So if you apply for a visa and you're trying to come in here on a visa, you are already under a microscope. So any action that the U.S. government deems that they have the right to withdraw their discretion for you to remain here, they can technically do that. It's if you look at the immigration applications and it talks about what groups you support and who you support. It doesn't matter what you believe. It matters what the United States believes and what groups the United States designates to be terrorist organizations. And in the applications, those boxes are yes or no questions. And if the U.S. feels like you don't warrant their discretion to remain in the United States anymore, they can take action against you and you can make that fight in court.
Well, last question for you. I mean, what do you think happens in the coming months? Because now we're just a little over 2 months into this new administration. Do you think we'll see more changes?
I think we will. I think there's going to be a lot of pressure right now on USCIS and DHS and Border Patrol and hopefully Congress to come up with some solutions that fix the immigration process here in the United States. I mean, if they can open up these cap numbers and make it easier for legal migration into the U.S., I think you're going to start seeing some real changes with the immigration process.
Well, really appreciate your time. Immigration attorney Saman Nasseri. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.